My name is Bipin. I'm from Nepal, and right now I'm doing Masters in Software Development program at MIU. How do I identify myself as a race, ethnicity? I identify myself as an Asian, a guy from Nepal, and I was born in a Hindu family. I like to introduce myself as that. Yeah. Where I was born. I was born in a small town called Butwal in Nepal. Actually, it's just like 25 kilometers away from Lumbini. That's the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. So maybe I have integrated that peaceful nature in me. I don't mean to say that all the people who were in that community are all peaceful and like happy all the time, but at least I'm very grateful that I have integrated all that. Most of the good characteristics Buddha taught us within me. Yes, Buddha was born in a small place called Lumbini. It's like 25 kilometers away from my hometown. Buddha was Nepalese. That's an interesting thing to say, because at that time there was no country called Nepal or India, but like at this point of time, the place where Buddha was born, Kapilvastu in Lumbini, falls under the category of Nepal, and the three other places where Buddha got his wisdom lessons and like three other pillars, they say, they are in India right now. What do people learn in Nepal about Buddha? From our school days, we were just taught like the lessons of Buddha, how being a prince, he was still not satisfied even though he had all the wealth and all the prosperity in his life. So how he came, like ran away from the palace to seek the truth about life. So I think in Nepal we learn all the things that other people are learning about Buddha, like how he traveled outside his palace to gain wisdom about human life. I haven't come across any contradiction so far, but maybe because I haven't met any people like with whom I have talked about Buddhism, about Buddha as much. But I think that was like so many centuries ago he spread his knowledge, right? So that is still alive. So I just feel like instead of contradicting to things, we just need to cherish what life lessons he has given us. I was grown up in a very middle class family in a very small town. So growing up, it was like I was more connected to nature. I used to carry a stick, and then I used to be by myself, just enjoying my own company rather than playing with a group of people. And I got distracted in life, trying to be more like other people, you know. But recently I have realized that's not my nature. My nature is to just be by myself and enjoy. So like my nature growing up in Nepal was exactly the way I am right now, just enjoying my company, being connected to nature, loving animals, insects, birds and stuff like that. I don't identify myself with particular religion, but I would like to say that I was born in a Hindu family. I always say that because as a child, no one is given this opportunity to like choose between different religions, and they were given knowledge about all the religions. We are just born in one particular family, and we just defend that religion in our entire life. So I just don't call myself as a Buddhist or a Hindu. I just say that I was born in a Hindu family, and I have got so much, I have learned so much from that family. But I wouldn't identify myself as a guy from one particular religion. I'm from a human race, I guess. Growing up in a Hindu family, I have learned a lot. My grandfather was a priest, so he used to go to like the people's houses in that small town, and he used to do this work of priest. And I used to be his assistant, like, and so many people used to call me like Chota Pandit. It's like a small priest. And then at that point of time, I didn't like as much of that work because I was feeling like I'm getting so much attention, you know. And the sad part was I used to be in my friend's house sometime, and then like friends used to make fun of me, saying like, oh, he's like a small priest. And then at that point of time in my school life, I felt really bad about it. But now looking back to my life, I miss those moments. Those moments have made me who I am right now. I appreciate that. Because those moments are unique, and those moments have taught me to appreciate like what experiences I have. No matter what people think and believe, those experiences are like may or may not be good, but each unique experience in life makes us a unique individual. So I cherish my individuality. Yeah, most of my teenage years was like that. I was not in a group of people. I was just by myself. I just used to love my company, and I just play with myself and then like observe every small tiny details in the nature. So yeah, I think that is from the teenage year to like adulthood, I diverted myself a little bit just because I heard people saying, oh, he's so unique, like he's so different, he's not going to be adjusted in the society, he's always going to be alone and stuff like that. Those kind of opinions always put some question mark in my head, and I wanted to be like other people. I think at that point of time I made little wrong decision, but I love the experience what I learned, just trying to be like other people. At that point of time it was not good, but I have learned a lot, and now I cherish for being who I am and just trying to appreciate that. Trying to just be me. It has just been like 1 year, I guess. I was just trying to achieve so much, you know, like travel from one place to another, change my career, change my jobs, just trying to seek happiness out of life, but I was not getting anywhere near. So at that point of time I felt like I have to work on myself, and the more I worked on myself, like journaling and then exercising and like recently starting meditation, and these kind of activities has like helped me identify more of myself, and then realized and I have realized myself that I just have to be me to be more happy and content by myself. So the most pivotal moment is being most dissatisfied even after trying so many things was the pivotal moment for me to change and go back to who I was as a child. I think one significant impact in my adult year. I think one significant impact in my adult year was when I fell for someone, like when I was in love with someone for the first time, and I got betrayed. I think that that burden of being betrayed, I carried that for such a long time. But recently, like after a very long time, I've realized that being so much isolated to myself, like just someone who just loves his company but tries to be like a other person, was carrying a lot of burden. Just taking that burden out of my chest was very difficult, but like after I got out of it, I really found myself. I discovered myself, I would say that. I don't know like how to tell that. I recently, I don't know about this camera thing, but I recently wrote a poetry about that, about finding myself. That is so good. I want to share that. Do you want to hear it? All right, this is my first English poem. This poetry is all about finding myself. The title of the poem is Searching for Love. So here it goes. I always felt incomplete. I always felt incomplete. Only love, I thought, would make me feel complete. I thought so, I believed so I kept on working for it. Hello, my angel, where are you? I screamed out loud, searching for it. Pondering and wandering all around, I was always searching for an angel who would heal my wound. Some angels came by and said hi, seeing this big, big wound in me. They said, I cannot heal you, dear. I'm sorry, goodbye. Who else could heal me except me? Who else would even try to solve me except me? These questions answered my deep-rooted pain. Now when I miss my angel, I close my eyes and look inside myself again and again. It's only me who can make me happy. It's only me who can heal my pain. I started treating myself like someone I loved. With this small trick, everything seemed solved. My deep-rooted wound is now far, far gone. My deep-rooted wound is now far, far gone. Now angels often come around and say hi, to which I smile and ask, do you even love yourself? Please don't lie. Please don't lie. Being the man is more about being responsible for yourself and the people you love. Before, I had this like very narrow mindset of like, oh, I'm going to find a girl and then like we are both going to do some job and grow together. No. Now, as a man, I'm going to be the provider. I'm going to do all the hard work and I'm going to be the man to protect myself and the people who belong to me. Yeah, this recently happened. Like the more I started working on myself and tried to discover something that is lacking in me, I came to realize that, I don't know how to say that. Let's rewind. Okay, let's say that like I was so sad at one moment in life that I realized I have tried everything, but why am I not feeling content at this point? And at that point of time, instead of blaming others, I started questioning myself. There must be something lacking in me. So digging deep down into that, I realized that it's the masculine energy that I'm lacking, and then I'm just being more feminine, just to be a nice guy, you know. So I started working on it and developing more masculine and assertive characteristics in me. So that is when the change started happening. Not feminine, but someone who is not assertive, who seems to be nice from the outside just because he thinks that other people would think nice things about him. He's not like, he's thinking something else from the inside, but he's showing something else outside just to so that he is liked by everyone else. But now I'm like, I'm going to show who I am. I don't care what other people think. This is me, and I respect whatever side I have, and I'm here to show my side. For me, assertive now is whatever I am feeling right now, I'm just throwing it outside. It's not like I'm throwing it outside to hurt other people, but at least I'm giving my truth opinion rather than giving the opinion that I think that other people might like it. Now I'm just giving the real opinion of me. It's out there. If you like it, you like it. If not, that's my opinion. That is assertive to me. Right now, I'm just like, before, like, let's contrast to my past again. Like before, I was like, I didn't know where I want to be. I was just like, I'm going to do something good, like just to make a small living and make a family and stuff like that. But now I'm like, there are certain areas of life I really love, like photography, poetry, creative writing, and other creative aspects. But I also realize these things, just doing that is not going to make me enough money in US. I have to respect the value of money as well. So I'm doing Masters in Software Development program because it is more interesting than my previous field of accounting and finance. I'm just loving it. I'll carry this as a career field to earn money, to make a good living, and then enjoy other creative sides of me. That is my career goal. I think creative fields should not be associated with money. I'm really sad to say that, but whenever you associate your creative aspect to money, your creativity is not as flourished. So I just want to keep that aside as something I want to do by myself, like for myself rather than for money, because when you attach creativity with money, your creativity is just gone. You can't put every bit what you want to put in there. So that is kind of a side thing for me for now. And the main career goal, the other career goals I have, like bigger career goals, is to write a good, not a best selling, I don't say that, but I want to publish some good books. Two, I want to speak up for people like young kids, to guide them in a good path rather than being distracted. Yeah, those are like two other main goals I want to achieve in life. Yeah, I have been in US for almost 4 years now. Wow. When I came to US, it was like I have so many options. I was literally confused which path to go. That was the biggest distraction for me, because coming from a small country where you have like limited career goals, limited career opportunities, we just have 3 or 4 choices to make, after high school. But here, dude, even music and even like yoga, or like a small thing that you couldn't have thought has a career, you can make a career in this country. This is like a place of opportunity, no matter what people say about the political situation and stuff like that. So US is the place where I feel like you can go as much on the top as much as you can deliver. I was in English medium school. I learned in English medium school in Nepal, but like the accent thing, still, it was really heavy. It becomes difficult to catch up. But I used to watch a lot of Hollywood movies. I used to watch like 2 or 3 movies just because I loved the way they talk, and especially in the comedy part. I still don't get the sarcasm sometimes. I'm learning that, but I love the way like people talk in English. Oh shoot, like there are many. Yeah, talking about thrillers, I like Law-Abiding Citizen, Next 3 Days, and talking about funny movies, I like Ted 2, or like Deadpool. There are so many movies that comes to my mind. Fuck. That was like, I don't know, like that was very cool to me for some reason. When people like literally use that, like even in those movies like Ted, when they like in a conversation, just how easily they could use that word. I always tried to use it, but like it sounds very bad from my side, but I liked how they can easily use fuck in a small conversation. That is like very funny to me. How I see the American culture. One thing I haven't liked about American culture is being a guy from immigration culture. I was so fascinated to talk to these people from new country, and I immediately jumped into their life, like, hey, where are you from, and stuff like that. In the beginning, they like, hey, Bipin, like with so much excitement and energy, and next time they just see me like walking across the path and they don't even say hi. That really bugs me, and I was like, why did you show so much excitement in the beginning if you didn't want to say even hi, right? But I realized that was not like for one individual, that was across the society. It's just a fake energy they show in the beginning. I don't like it. One thing I love the most about my culture is people are smiling all the time, even though in the hardship, like once you visit Nepal, you'll see a lot of smiling people. I have to cope with this. Once I came to the US, I was working in like a small grocery store, and then I smiled a lot, and people thought like I was hitting on them for some reason. And I was like, okay, I have to control now. But because I love my smile, I don't want to get over it. But now when I see people, before I used to smile for anyone, like if someone is there, but now I only smile for people who I know. If there is someone who passes by who I don't know, I like I have to close my mouth now. And then you can't even imagine, like I have been hit by like 2 guys. Like I was smiling, I was like, hey dude, you want to come for dinner? Like, dude, no. Just because I was smiling? Come on. I'm very sad to say, but the political system is really bad. It's like more the political leaders are working for their self-interest than for the society. I think it's the problem everywhere in the world, but it's like how much of for the society and how much of it is for yourself. But in most of the developing countries, most of it for themselves, and little of it is for the society. Just the opposite of what is in the developed country. Political system everywhere. Political system that bugs me is feeling that sense of power within yourself and feeling that you are the king, even though you are appointed by the people of the country, is something that I don't like. And it's not only the problem of the political party, but it's also the problem of the people who are following them. Like once someone is in that leadership position, they are just like doing everything whatever they say rather than questioning their attitude, you know. So that is one thing that bugs me. Before I came here, I felt like, oh, America is the place where like there is no problem, it's the heaven on earth. But feels like every country have their own problem. But I also feel like even though you go through all the political darkness, there is always something better to come. You go through dark times for something better. So even if we are living on some political chaotic situations right now, I'm very hopeful for a bright future and something better in the years to come. My food taste has changed a lot because recently I have become a vegetarian. It's been almost a year, and what I have realized is like I didn't enjoy food as much before as I'm enjoying now. Like just being a vegetarian has spiked up my taste so much. I enjoy food so much nowadays. So talking about Nepali food, we just eat like same food in the morning and in the evening. It's rice, vegetable and dal. Yeah, it sounds like food from a very poor family to the people in the US, because how, like I shared this experience with one of my friend in the US, and he said like, how can you eat the same food 7 days a week, 2 times a day? And I was like, that is what it is, and we enjoyed it. But here we have so many choices. I ate like people are like, I don't like this. Maybe coming from the country with less resources makes me appreciate things what I see in this country. So I really love that. I like, it's not a Nepali dish, but it's more common in Nepal. It's originated from China. They call it Chinese dish. You know, momos, dumplings, and chow mein. It's like a noodles. It's a fried noodles. I love those a lot. Oh gosh, I have talked to like so many people like, what is the real American food? And they say like Taco Bell and McDonald's. And I don't know what the American food is. I think it's the mix of all the cultural food. Like I think people from different country come to this country, and then like let's say a family is like, let's say a guy from India meets a girl from Italy, and then they invented this, and that's the American dish right there. Yeah, I heard that in New York City, even if you eat every meal in a different restaurant, you won't be able to finish tasting the food of all the restaurants till the day you die. The words of encouragement. I would appreciate people, like I would encourage people to be who they are, like never feel ashamed of what you are and what you believe in. Just be your authentic self, and the world needs you.